bullying, gun and gang violence, you know, those type of things aren't cool. And, you know, it used to be safe. You know, you never heard of murders and, you know, not the amount, you know, of murders and how frequent it happens now these days. Back when I was growing up, so, you know, just me being home now, I always wanted to do more, but when I was still playing, it was, you know, kind of difficult. So I guess just retiring and, you know, the message behind that, you know, that's pretty much where I sit with it. Just trying to get the community back to a safe place, back to where it was back when we were growing up. Honoring the parents, and in some cases this year is some children of parents who, you know, they lost their parent to gun and gang violence or, you know, drug addiction or, you know, so, you know, that's the most important piece to this entire thing. You know, because I think the message behind that is people need to see the hurt, you know, that what happens when you have a little girl who, you know, no longer has her father. You know, so, you know, so that's going to be highlighted again. Slam dunk contest is going to be there again. 3-point contest is going to be there again. As well as, you know, the dancing and, you know, all of that is going to still take part of it. I am excited this year because the pregame is going to be my program, which my AAU program. We just won Division III national championship down in Virginia Beach. So we're going to be playing against last year's national championship team, which happens to be Byron Mouton's team. You know, so it's kind of like bragging rights thing, you know, between two Turk guys with our program. But have Erica Gold, the girl who was murdered, was it Easter? I think it was Easter. You know, I reached out to her family, and, you know, I want to highlight her kids there. You know, just because it's little kids that, you know, have lost their father or mother. Most of the time when celebrities come to this area, it's only for a party. You know, or some type of event of that nature. You know, being able to come to a celebrity basketball game in a high school gym, you know, to see, I don't know, 4 to 5 guys are either played in the NBA or still playing in the NBA, and then a handful of guys that have played high-level college basketball or currently playing in Europe or have played in Europe. You know, I think is really important.
Absolutely, and we'll dive into that. How did you get Quinn Cook? You know,
well, I was playing around one day when I made a Facebook post, just you know, trying to figure out like who I wanted to try to reach out to bring in, and I think they had just won the championship, and everybody kind of went crazy over the Facebook post and said it would be really cool. So I play in an urban coalition league in DC, and it's pretty much it's like the Maryland Terps alum. We have a team. Then I know George Mason alum has a team. And then everyone else is like high school teams. And obviously Quinn Cook is from the DC area. Again, I knew Quinn Cook was from the DC area, so I reached out to a few people that I know he knows. And, you know, it just grew from there. For example, I'm a national champion. I won a national championship. I won the high school championship. I won a championship in Europe. But, you know, for these kids in this area, you know, they can see me every day. You know, and they don't see me on the national, like they would see him. You know, that he's someone idol. Obviously, I may be someone in my neighborhood that I grew up in or something like that, but he's someone idol. And I think it's huge to bring in someone like that. You know, it's super beneficial because he can reach the kids even more than what I can. You know, because he's in a situation now where he's NCAA champion and a world champion. And he plays for probably the best team that was ever assembled. You know, and it's a feel-good story, you know, because he just, you know, this guy, one, he's a great person. 2, this guy has fought so much over the last few years to, you know, for his dreams. You know, who better? You know, nothing came easy for him. You know, he's continued to work hard, like, throughout his career, and he's finally found a home, you know, with the Golden State Warriors. So I think it's very beneficial for him to be a part of this. Obviously, I gotta have my Turk brothers there. Byron Mouton, he's coming back. Jamar Smith, he's coming back. A new addition is another one of my former teammates, Travis Garrison. You know, he was with Maryland.
Yep.
Another one, he's a former McDonald's All-American. You know, I think that's big for this area. I have a guy named Trey Kelly. He's from the D.C. area. Spent some time with Miami Heat, played overseas. Josh Morgan, you know, he played for the NFL, played for the Redskins and the Bears and the 49ers. He'll be here. ESPN street ball legend. Who did the tour thing with street ball from New York. He'll be here. You know, so, and then all the local guys that people, you know, with basketball that would recognize. You know, so, you know, I'm really excited about the lineup this year.
How about entertainment-wise?
The ABM Dancing Divas out of Cambridge. They've been on a lot of TV shows, danced at Wizards games.
Nice.
They were just on a really good show. It was on, I think it's Life. A popular show. I know a lot of women watch that show. Jermichael Mitchell. You know, he's going to address the crowd a little bit, kind of while we're honoring the parents and the children who have lost loved ones. Just because I think his message, you know, he's able to reach the people here in Salisbury. You know, it would be like me going back home to Chris Hill, you know, like speaking to them. You know, I would be able to reach them a little bit better. Really good with his words as well.
How is it different approaching the event this year compared to last year? Because again, you know, this year it's the second year. You kind of have the foundation and everything laid out. As I have to imagine, it's more comfortable.
It's still stressful. However, I will say, like, she's been a huge blessing for me the last few weeks. Yolanda Ringo, you know, she's helped me a great deal. You know, just with ideas. You know, like just being here now, even, you know, taking pictures for the website, creating a website, you know, reaching out to a major sponsor for me, and Palmer's, you know, which, again, I couldn't imagine just in my second year having that, you know, a part of the event. Obviously down the road, you know, it was something that I would like to have, but this is my second year, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But, so I would say just, you know, having that type of help has been huge for me. It is still stressful though. I do know going into the game, like last year, the day of the event, I was still trying to do everything. You know,
I remember that too.
I did, yeah. You know, I was ripping and running. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. So, you know, I do know like this year, I want to enjoy it more. So the day of the event, I'm not gonna do anything. You know, the day of, I'm just gonna play the game. I'll have someone that'll help me out with the schedule to make sure everything is going on time. You know.
And what's going to define a successful event this year?
You know, it's just everybody coming out and getting the message. Last year it was packed.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I just hope everyone will come out again and support the event. Understand it's bigger than basketball. You know, because I think in these type of events you can get caught up in just the game, caught up in the 3-point contest, caught up in the slam dunk contest. The main part that I want everyone to take with them is obviously they're going to like go home and talk about Queen Cook did this or Andre Collins did that or what happened in the slam dunk contest. But I want them to go home and really talk about, man, you know, to receive a message, you know, as far as one, the community can come together. Two, just put down the guns. You know, it's not cool, you know, and love someone. You know, don't, you know, this violent stuff and killing someone. Look at the hurt and the pain that it leaves to, you know, the families that are left behind. To me, that'll be a successful event. Like, the sponsors, obviously, I think I mentioned them earlier. If I forgot anyone, I apologize. But also, I want to shout out my AAU program, the R1 Aces. on not just the 12U, obviously the 12U won the national championship, but also the 10U, because they represented us really well last week down in Virginia Beach as well. I think we finished like in the Elite Eight, but the 12U won the entire national championship. But also I want to shout out the coaches, Coach Maurice Douglas, Winfield Chandler, and Vernon DeShields, just for the effort and time that they put into it, as well as Kevin Lindsay, because he helps our program out a lot as well.
I'll make sure they get in there.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Man, I'm hot in here. I'm sorry.
I know, it's horrible. Yeah, I apologize.
Well, nah, it's good.
Well, there's two thermostats. This room